Welcome back, Tone here, and we are continuing my series on Tone Plays NetHack. This is episode, what are we at, like 6 already? We are moving along, and yeah, things are getting fun. I've been making a lot of dumb mistakes, so hopefully that's entertaining or something, and we'll probably make a few more, so let's continue on. We've just entered the Gnomish Mines, which are looking pretty damn scary right now. We don't have a light source, and this is a dark level, so I can only see one tile around me. And I don't have infravision, so I can't see monsters outside of the light. I do have an amulet of ESP, which means I do see monsters around me in a pretty reasonable radius, as long as they have minds or brains or whatever. I won't see undead and molds and jellies and that kind of stuff, but that'll tip us off to a lot of the stuff that we might run into. And that gives me, as well as I do have intrinsic telepathy, the ability to put on a blindfold, which I have, and also see the same kinds of monsters on the whole map, which will also let us know if there's any isolated threats we need to be worried about monster-wise. And I'm going to use scrolls of magic mapping on these dark levels so we can stay out of the darkness and get to the stairs as quickly as possible. We're going to see if we can get to Mine Town here. We're in pretty good shape. I got 52 HP, -1 AC. Not bad situation to be in at this point in the game. Yeah, for the weaker rolls, experience level 5 is probably around where you end up being comfortable in the mines. Although, honestly, experience level isn't a great barometer for when you should be doing certain things, except for the quest, of course. Your inventory, your AC, your HP are what are really going to determine how viable, survivable you are in certain parts of the game. Let's take a quick look at my inventory. Oops, just minimize my window. There we go. So yeah, let's take a quick look at my inventory. I rusted a lot of my ranged weapons, unfortunately. Good thing I got a decent melee weapon now, this dwarvish short sword. Hopefully that'll carry us a bit. Oh, I still haven't engraved tested that oak wand. Let's find out what that is. Yeah, oh, I got a tinning kit, so hopefully that'll help us get poison resistance. And I got some holy water, so we're doing some good stuff here. Let's go ahead and read a magic mapping scroll. I'm gonna read the uncursed scroll. I know I've mentioned this before, but the blessed ones will show you secret doors, and there aren't going to be any secret doors on this map. It's a cavern levels, they don't have rooms and doors, so there's really no benefit to reading that here. Although it would free up an inventory slot for me. But I'll save that for an area that might actually have secret doors that we could detect. Hey, that's a long walk to the stairs. Okay. Let's kill this gnome. Alright, I already see a dwarf over here. Just put a blindfold on to see things with telepathy. This dwarf has a digging tool, because that should be a wall. So pickaxe or dwarvish mattock. Probably just mark that. Actually, can I name him? Name monster. I don't know if I do this, but it seems like a good idea. Dwarf with a digging tool. Alright, so we know that for sure. So if I end up needing a pickaxe for something, I'd probably encumber me right now if I were to get one, and I don't know how much value I'd get out of it, but they're useful to have. You can dig down through floors, you can dig through walls, boulders, whatever you want. They're pretty good to carry around, but yeah, they could be heavy. And the mattocks are really heavy. I'm gonna get into a range where I can throw, soften up this dwarf lord, or I'm sorry, that's a gnomish lord. with some range. So yeah, I got one dagger hit in, and we'll go whacking with our sword there. All right, and let's carry on. Oh, this is convenient. A candle. So we got not a great light source, but a light source. So every level of the mines is guaranteed a tool, which could be anything from, I don't know, a horn of plenty to a bag of holding to a candle. So this is what the candle is. Okay, this one's cursed, which is interesting because I didn't think tools could be generated cursed. That would normally make me wonder if there's a bones level, but I'm playing with bones off because, well, frankly, bones make the game much easier than they tend to make it any harder. I want to make a note of that. I want to double check that because I don't think that handle should be cursed. Since one of the more recent up versions, 3.60, 3.61, I don't remember which one, some monsters in the mines can be generated with candles. Nice. Not super common. If you've ever played NetHack 4, it's a very common thing in that variant. So you can, and you that variant might even guarantee lit mines levels up to Mine Town. And of course, once you get to Mine Town, I'll take that Rune Dagger. That's an Elvish Dagger. It's the best type of dagger. Okay, I should have known there was a pit here. Be wary of especially piles of items on the map. Usually it's a dead monster, so I should have been a little more careful about that. But yeah, I think I was about to say, once you get to Mine Town, there's a guaranteed light shop. So you can, deal with the dark levels after that. My dog's probably going to wake up this nymph, which is going to be annoying. Or if I just try and kill it at a distance. Okay, will. I can't even get a good line of sight on it, so let me try and back up from it. I might just kill it for me. There we go. That works for me. Nymphs are highly likely to drop a potion of object detection, so I'm gonna type name this. I just type nymph so I know it's a drop from that. And I would wager money that that is a potion of object detection. But you can't know for sure because it could be another randomized death drop. 3 tripe rations. I bet Meatball is really disappointed that I got to that before he did. You enjoy that gnome corpse there, buddy. I'll take this one. Okay, this is the guy with the digging tool. He blinded me. Probably shouldn't have just ran straight to him like I did. I should have softened him up. Especially because if that's like a Maddock, he can hurt me pretty good. Hey, let's take a quick look. What these monsters are doing here. In NetHack, monsters tend to just make a straight line to you, even if there's an obstacle there. So since I've been like on this side of the map a lot, I don't know, I think these guys all kind of started in this area over here. They just started moving left to get to me, and now they're all stuck in this thing. Monsters have really dumb AI in this game sometimes. That's why these guys are all kind of huddled up here. And once we get, I don't know if I'm gonna go down the bottom here or if I'm gonna come up through here, but once we start moving to the other side, you'll see them actually like start to hone in on me and like disperse a bit. But yeah, they're gonna be stuck in that like corner for the most part. There's some randomness, so sometimes they'll make their way out and like do this, but yeah, these guys are gonna be mostly stuck here. It's really easy to see how dumb their pathing can be when you've got a telepathy, seeing them like I am right now. All right, I'll throw stuff at the dwarf. Can I outrun this dwarf? It looks like my pet got to it before me. Wait, did I not? I have auto pickup off. There we go. So he has a pickaxe. If the shoes are cursed, they are not. Those hooded cloaks, by the way, are decent for selling. You can sell them for 25 gold a piece if they're non-enchanted. You're not a tourist, actually. There's a role that doesn't start with a lot of money. Like anything but a healer or a tourist, pretty much. You can gather up some dwarvish cloaks and sell them once you get to Mine Town. Get a little bit of spending cash. All right, so those just are +0. I'm gonna drop them. Put my other shoes back on. Guess I don't need that hooded cloak. The pickaxe is gonna encumber me. I'm gonna pick it up just to move it off of that pile so I know where it's at. I'm gonna move on. I'm not even gonna fight all those other things. I'll walk around. Gray stone. That's interesting. So when you see a gray stone, it can either be flint, a touchstone, a luck stone, or a lodestone. You do not want to pick up a lodestone. The way you test that is by kicking it. I mean, I could pick this up. So lodestones are very heavy, so they're a pain to deal with because you're pretty much always going to be encumbered to some capacity while you're carrying one. You can't drop them if they're cursed, and they auto-curse when you pick them up. Or maybe they always generate curse and they auto-curse when dropped. I don't know. Pretty much whenever you pick them up, they're going to be cursed. Alright, so even one scroll is encumbering me at this point. I should drop... I'll drop these rusty darts for now. We're going to have to do some inventory management. Actually, I should leave a bunch of stuff upstairs, I think. All these potions. Yeah, we're gonna drop some stuff here soon. Just so we can have some encumbrance capacity to pick up more things. But yeah, there's no way I can kick that gray stone because it's in a corner and there's no way I can get around it. But to actually like, kick it more than 0 tiles away. So let's actually see if this pickaxe is cursed. It's not. You notice those gnomes and that dwarf are still just stuck in that corner like we were talking about. But yeah, so this pickaxe, not cursed. I'm gonna bring it over here. Oh, let me drop it for a second. I can kill this gnome real quick. What I'm gonna do is dig out a piece of this wall. Now let me drop the pickaxe. Potion's uncovering me still. Let me see if I can kick it. Hey, so that is a lodestone. Let's see if my auto pickup exceptions for gems is gonna stop me from picking that up. It did. Thank you. But yeah, I couldn't kick it because it's heavy as heck. Like a little piece of black matter or something. Or dark matter. It's very, very, very dense. And kick it and just stub your toe. So you can, since what, 361 I think added this, you can name items on the floor. Only the top item in a stack. It'll be nice if they expand that to any item in a stack at some point. I'm just gonna call this lodestone. And we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna walk Burden to the staircase. Handle ran out. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop whatever I don't think I'll need right away here. The tripe rations, because my dog's gonna eat those right away. I don't know if he'll eat eggs. He might. Find out. Pretty much drop like all these scrolls except for ID, teleportation, nothing. Because I'm not going to be using those unidentified ones. I can drop a lot of these potions. I'll hold on to the extra heal. I don't even probably need all of the extra heal. Famous last words, anyone? And I can drop this no message wand. Oh, I should have price ID'd that. Oh well. It's really not that valuable. I want to hang on to this tinning kit if I can. Oh, I don't even need this tin whistle. way better one. I didn't realize I was still carrying that around. And I'll ditch all these gems too. They're not that heavy. I'll hold on to one of these violet gems and see if I can test it for amethyst. Oh yeah, he's eating the eggs. I thought that might happen. That's fine. Eggs, you can eat those and they confuse you, so there could be a potentially good confusion source. I'm gonna blow my magic whistle to get him off of those. Okay, another dark level. I'll read another magic mapping scroll. Stairs over there. Only gnomes here. By the way, I think I'm going to do another video at some point just on about the mines branch in general, just things to know, maybe some strategies and stuff. Because I could probably talk about it for a while, and I don't want to spend a ton of time during this talking about it. If you do have any questions about the mines or why I'm doing certain things, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll get to you. Let's see. The dwarf zaps a glass wand. Not before attacking my pet, apparently. And by the way, the reason he did the attack him first was because it was a response to the pet attacking. Actually, his turn action. The dwarf has made a hole in the floor. The dwarf falls through. So he just identified a digging for us, which is a really nice wand to have. He's gonna. It's a pain when monsters that use those have them though, because every time you try to kill him, it'll just keep digging through the floor. So it might be hard, like the teleportation wand we had, that Orc had last episode. It might be hard to actually retrieve that wand when it has any charges left, which is unfortunate because digging is a great wand. You can use it as an escape item like that dwarf just used it, or you can even engrave a semi-permanent Elbereth with it. It's a pretty reliable way to do that. Actually, it has a 100% chance of actually engraving Elbereth the first time, and then it stays there longer than dusted Elbereth. Let's just because I'm remembering now, let's engrave test this oak wand. Slow monster. One of the more useless wands, in my opinion. Just checking to see if that was maybe a... Meatball grows up into a large dog. Boy, do they grow up fast. Large dogs are pretty strong. He might actually... Whoa, I'm still wielding the pickaxe. Actually, I'm wielding nothing, because I think I dropped the pickaxe. Oh hey, that gnome was carrying a candle. We should have noticed. He would have had a light source around him. Ah, the thonged club, better known as the Acklys. Yeah, those things are sweet. Club is the one weapon skill that Taurus can't get any skill in, unfortunately. Which is a shame because the Acklys has become one of my favorite weapons since 3.6.1. And they added the ability that you could throw it, and it comes back to you most of the time. Sometimes it falls to your feet or the monster's feet or whatever. But most of the time it'll return to you, which is awesome. And that's only if you throw it while wielding it. You can't just quiver it, you have to wield it too. And the flavor behind that is, I guess in Acklys, some history buff's gonna probably call me out here. It's like a Roman weapon, I think. But it's like some kind of club or spear that has a rope attached to it, or a strap of leather, and you'd hold like the leather and throw it, and you'd be able to, you know, pull it back. So that's kind of what it does. Okay, we just identified potion of sleep. Put us to sleep, and we must have woke up right away. That dwarf didn't even move while we were napping. I'm still paranoid about the pets walking onto tiles and not actually curse testing them if there's a food there. Let's try these hard shoes on, since now he did step on it. Alright. Not enchanted. Move on. I'm not going to bother with those daggers. We don't really have the inventory capacity. Was that a pit? Oh, here's a pit. A spiked pit. Can I fall into that by untrapping? Hmm. You can use the untrap command to pull monsters out of pits. Sometimes I don't know if a hostile monster will do it, but sometimes maybe just peaceful. I don't know. Sometimes non-tame monsters will become tame when you do that. I'm gonna use my whistle to pull him out, because I don't remember if untrapping like a monster at a pit can make you fall in the pit. I don't think it can, but spiked pits can be poisonous and they can be insta-death poison, which is really bad. I'd like to avoid it. Hi, dwarf. Let me back up. Now we'll throw some daggers at you. Oh, that's the one a digging dwarf. Did he not have a name? No, the other dwarf had a name. So I didn't want to fall down that hole, so I kicked my daggers off of it. A lot of times they'll fall through. Yeah, gnomes have those thonged clubs / Acleys a lot, so they're pretty good. The mines are a pretty place to dip into if you don't want to spend much time there just to find one. For a role like a wizard, the Acleys can be very valuable. Actually, like an early game, like with squishy monster video I want to do. I can probably turn off this candle. I say turn it off like it's a flashlight. It's not quite the the verbiage you're supposed to use there, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that was a teleportation trap. A lot of traps in the mines. Alright, let's beat up this Gnome Lord. We pretty much own the mines right now. Did I even do this? Yeah, I did earlier. Saw another dwarf with a digging tool. This level's not as scary because it's lit. Ooh, an Elven Mithril coat. Good find, but Dwarvish is slightly better. I wonder anything useful on the other side of that. Try. Hey, a gold golem. This is a monster that you can't see with telepathy. Why we didn't see it earlier. We're getting beat up. And back up. I don't know if you saw that. There's a chance you don't displace your pet, which happened. I did not displace it when I tried to back up, so that guy got another free hit on me. I was about to say this gnome's actually a little scary. I'm gonna keep backing up until my dog moves, maybe. Oh no, I don't want to hit my dog with a dagger, but here we go. Hey, we killed it. Oh, whoops. I should have not walked into the dwarf. I think we should kill this guy early enough. Is this one with digging? I think it is. I might Elbereth here just to be on the very safe conservative side. He's a Matic. He potentially... I don't know if he'd kill me in one turn, but 1 or 2 attacks would be pretty bad. Spread it in the dust, and he'll back up. Oh, I didn't pick... Oh, there's a dagger where that golem was. Whoa! Oh, shoot! A wand of striking? Okay. This is a really bad situation to be in. And something to note about monsters with wands is they can move and zap it, so I feel like almost any place I move, yeah. I think no matter where I move right now, he could potentially zap me with that wand again, which might kill me. So what I'm going to do here is read my scroll of teleportation. And we'll pray that it brings us to safety. So this is another risk of the mines, is you have a lot of monsters that can spawn with wands. The gnome with a wand of death is a common trope in NetHack, and it's a very real thing. It's fairly rare. The reality is the gnome with a wand of anything can be really deadly to any player in the mines, any character. I mean, unless you have, what, magic resistance and reflection, which few will have at this point. So yeah, let's go ahead and not die to the quote-unquote gnome with a wand of striking, or Gnome Lord, I should say. And I'm gonna read the scroll of teleport. Okay. We're in relative safety. I wonder... Jeez. He gets to here? Oh, he can... I want to try and get out of here. Or the gnome can zap me. Alright, I think we made it. Didn't even want to spend a turn putting on a blindfold to see where he was at. Alright, now we need to be very careful. Work our way back to the stairs. Alright, cool. Call our pet. Let's go up. Let's kind of just chill here for a little bit and heal up a little bit. Hungry. I'm gonna eat this food ration. Oops. I'm just searching for a long period of time, just waiting for me to heal up naturally. Oh, you know what I should have done? Another, you know, stroke of genius. Maybe not genius, but just some good strategic decision I could have made in hindsight is I should have, once I teleported out of there, I definitely should have drank a potion of extra healing. So that was a pretty risky situation to be in, and if we drank a potion of extra healing, we would have, it would have been almost impossible for us to die after that, because we would have been in mostly full health. So we spent more time in a very risky, bad state to be in than we should have or could have. So I just use your resources, guys. Know what's in your inventory, and NetHack is, I always say it's a game of inventory management. It's about knowing what's in your inventory and using it to your best advantage. That's where a lot of the strategy comes into, and that was a moment where I did not use, well, I used the scroll of teleportation, which, I don't know, some players may not have thought that was a dangerous enough situation. Just a Gnome Lord, you could have went up and killed it potentially, but it was also a dangerous situation. But I didn't think to use the extra healing potions, I forgot about them, so I guess we saved them, but I definitely should have used one there. So, in hindsight, should have used that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and name this Gnome Lord. All right, let's carry on. I'm still blind. Hello, quivering blob. Rabid rats. I think rabid rats have a poison attack, so I should back up. Hope my dog kills it. No? Okay. I'm about to get sandwiched. Oh my god. These are giant rats. I'm gonna do an Albert again. Go kill this gnome. Giant rats should be easy enough to kill, and I don't think they are poisonous. That dwarf is about to ambush us. I'm gonna get away from that dwarf too. So yeah, the gnomes, or the mines, can be scary. Okay, we're getting low on health again. Then is that the Gnome Lord with the wand of striking? It is. See if my dog will kill it. My dog's eating a dwarf corpse. Stop eating, you dumb dog. Alright, so there's some kind of crazy tunnel system in there that some dwarf has dug out. We gotta be pretty careful over there. I don't know. Oh, I have my blindfold on, so this Gnome Lord is the only remaining sentient monster. Or not, I shouldn't say sentient, but minded monster. I can see with telepathy at least on the map. I don't know if I just walk up this corridor or if he's gonna have some kind of zapping path. We're just gonna walk up anyways though. I have enough health to... Another Elven Mythal code, or is that the same one? Who knows? Get my ooh, he's at me. Missed. I'm gonna punch him now. You hit the Gnome Lord with striking? That's a confusing message. Gnome Lord with striking is the thing I hit. Didn't attack him with striking. Oh yeah, he'll keep using that striking one. And the reason I'm being kind of ballsy right now is because I do have those potions of extra healing. Let's go ahead and enhance our short sword, which does not take any time. We'll quaff a uncursed potion of extra healing. Boom. Dead. Feels good to have him dead. He's probably zapped that like 4 or 5 times. That sound about right? It'd be nice to... I'm just gonna say, oops. That's what happens when I type with my number pad. I just like to name sometimes how often a wand has been used. If you're playing like super optimally, you would keep track of every charge and every wand like that. Once you formally identify a wand, you'll always know how many are left. You can say like, oh, there's... I don't know, I've zapped this wand 5 times. This wand of teleport. There's a good chance that it's empty now. Maybe in this life or death situation, I don't want to use this as my escape item, and I'll use something a little more reliable. Right. Did you kill the blob? I want to eat this. Oh man. What are the chances? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I think he just killed it. Okay. Those have what, a 33% chance? At least 20 of giving you poison resistance. Why I wanted that. Oh, I could have tinned it. I was worried about it being tainted. I didn't know if my dog killed it earlier, but I was pretty sure it killed it right then. I want to see if you'll curse test these shoes. Thank you. Paranoid, so let me put my blindfold on real quick. I'm not getting many good shoes right now. I want the enchantments. Alright, sweet. This level is dug out. Minetown should be coming up soon. What do you know? This is, what do they call this one? Bridal Town? Bustling Town? I forget the name of this one. This is actually a really good one. But we'll talk about that next time. So I'll see you in the next episode. Later, guys.